Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Fit Chicks Unfiltered. I'm your host, Callie.
And I'm Ashley.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. The fires in Canada have been a little intense. Our
Mm,
Canadian listeners, we're here for you. I know I have a lot of Canadian followers because I'm so close to Canada.
mm,
And we are getting a lot of the smoke. The air quality sucks. But I mean, other than that, I'm well.
mm. Yeah, that's got to be really hard on the lungs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And definitely all the good vibes and prayers to those in Canada.
Mhm.
It's so crazy how many fires are happening now, like all the time.
It is. One of my clients swears up and down it's a cover up. She's very tinfoil hat. I know.
Mm,
Deep rabbit
like
hole for a different
sleight
pod.
of hand.
She thinks that the government might be doing these fires to hide something.
Oh my gosh. Gosh, that would be a
Because,
plot twist.
well, one thing that she did mention to me, and audience, feel free to weigh in on this. She said, why did we not hear about this specific fire that is happening currently right now at the time that we're recording this? It's Thursday, July 16th, before yesterday. And she's not wrong. Like, we didn't hear about, at least here in upstate, any fires that were going on in Canada until yesterday. And then out of
I didn't know
nowhere,
about it. You just had to tell me.
yeah, yeah. Then out of nowhere, like, it's air quality alert. And then she said, guys, this is crazy. She goes, if you look on the weather app right now, it still says sunny skies. I know. It gave me a cause for pause too. So
Interesting.
she's a cool lady. She's like in her 50s and drives motorcycles and
You
like
want to listen to what she has to
dude,
say.
she's cool.
You pull
She's a
up the
pretty
stool and
cool lady.
listen.
She's a pretty cool lady. But she did give me a cause for pause. You guys know I'm very tinfoil hat. Either way, these fires are affecting us as a
Yeah,
collective, whether or not it's a conspiracy or a cover up, they're still affecting us. So our hearts and our prayers go out to anybody who's affected for sure in any capacity. And the baby,
absolutely.
because the babies
Yeah.
cannot go outside right now.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
I
no way.
know I know our ace like depends on his morning walks. Like it makes him
Oh,
feel
he
good throughout the day.
does. That little chunker. Oh,
Yeah, so I can't imagine if there's like unclean,
air.
nasty smoke air. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Yeah. But
Well,
on another
um,
note,
yeah,
things have been going good for with like the gym stuff.
good.
We're still going good. We are 5 weeks out from surgery day.
5 weeks? Shut up. Why did that feel like that just crept up like this?
Because it did. I know.
I remember like the other day you were like, "Oh, we pushed the date back and it's much further." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that feels like years away." And now you're 5 weeks out.
5 weeks out. Yeah.
The biggest
So
stage.
yeah, I want to peel off a few more LBs before surgery. So I'm on I would probably say no, it's an intense. I'm on an intense meal plan right now. Um, Monitored by my coach people. If you want to know more about that, you can find that on the YouTube. I'm not going to be giving out numbers or anything like that, so you can ask, but I'll give you guys a gist. And yeah, we're going to shut off a few more before we go to D-Day. I am kind of reconsidering the titty size though. Again,
Smaller, bigger, what?
smaller.
Yeah, you will only know that answer. But once they're done, they're done. So
That's it.
consider it.
That's it. And I'm not really an indecisive person. Again, I'll have to send you the photos. So guys, one of my girlfriends at work, she told me to, I love the Gen Zers because they know all this stuff. She told me to input a picture of myself into Chat GPT and then prompt it to generate a photo of me 20 pounds lighter with a tummy tuck and 400 cc's. And Chat did it. And I did it with multiple different photos. And I I like them. The boobs look good, but at the same time, this is technology, so we don't know how good. I don't know. My plan is on my pre-op because my pre-op appointment is next week. To bring in one of my bras. Like I like the way this bra fits. I enjoy it. If you guys are watching on the YouTube, Girlfriend Sports Bra Buff Bunny Code Asham, I enjoy this. I just want
It
more.
looks nice.
Yeah, I just want more oomph. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just
Yeah.
so paranoid that 400 cc's because I already have breast tissue is going to look. That's what's given me a cause for pause because I already have breast tissue.
Because I
So
was
we're-
flat
right,
before. Non-existent.
right.
Mosquito bite girly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to see a photo where it wasn't real.
Okay, I'll find one. I have somewhere where my mom took from the night before, and she's like, "No, you're not allowed to wear a bra. Just put the shirt on. Let me get the picture." And I'm like, "Is that my back or my chest? I'm unsure."
It's funny. How, now
But
let me.
another thing I would say you should do, if they haven't done this with you already, is wear that sports bra to your pre-op. They have those implants there. Put them in, wear them around, see if
Yeah,
they'll let you take them home or something.
yeah. I definitely tried the implants, but with their bra, and I was planning on wearing a sports bra that I like to see what they looked like. So no,
Hmm.
that makes total sense. Now let me ask you, how did they stretch out your skin? Do you remember that? You have no clue.
Like, how did they do it,
Yeah,
or
because the
how
way I
did it
think about it.
handle?
Yeah, well, if you were super flat and then you go from super flat to like what, like a full D, how
No,
does
no, no,
it?
no. When I first had them done, I was like a C, like probably
Oh,
just entering the C, and then I had them redone. I got them in 2007, and then I got them redone again in like 2021.
okay. So your skin kind of had time to adjust it. I see. Okay, that makes sense.
He
You,
wouldn't go any bigger than what I was
I
because of that.
see. Because of that, that makes sense. And then
Hmm.
when you got them redone, did you get them bigger?
Hmm. Yeah, I did
Ooh.
get them bigger. So now it's like, which bra sizes are so freaking weird.
Mm.
I feel like people look at me and they're like, I can't tell you have fake boobs, or like they look
No,
like
I
they're
can.
they don't look huge.
No.
But my bras, if I get like a regular bra, it's like a 32 double D or like a 34D, which I don't look like a double D. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it actually holds because I feel like when you get a certain type of implant, like the
Yeah.
projection of it versus being flat to your skin, I think it's just pronounced. So I want a cup that like doesn't feel like I'm hanging out all the time. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right. This is going to be interesting. We'll have
What?
to see. I'll let you, well, just the whole boob journey. I'll let you know what happens in post-op and my
Yeah.
pre-op appointment. And if you guys want to know, again, follow the YouTube channel. That's where you'll find out that
Hmm.
info.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we talking about today, girl?
Well, we're going to talk first. Wait, before we get into this, I want to start doing this thing where we have like at the beginning of our episodes, we just do little hot takes.
Oh yeah.
It can last for 2 seconds, but I want us to just have a hot take and like throw it out there, whatever, who cares?
Okay. Okay. So like a hot take, like gym girl edition, like a hot
Sure.
take of what's happening in the zeitgeist of wellness and all that.
Anything. Hot take, kick it off. Who cares? You know?
Okay. Okay. My hot take of the week. God, I have so many. My hot take of the week is you need to make your whole body an L when you're doing a glute med kickback or a glute max kickback. So, friends, if you guys are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about the controversial opinion on where your top half of your body needs to be in relation to the cable when you're doing a cable glute med kickback or a cable glute max kickback. A lot of the TikTok girlies will say you only need like a 45-degree angle from the hip. Don't ever go down 90 degrees. Don't make your body an L, meaning that your top half, if this is your top half and this is your bottom half, your top half is like this. Don't do that, they say. I say do that. That's how I coach it. If you guys are like, what the hell are you talking about? We're gonna see if we can find a visual or something so that you guys can see what I mean. Um, I think, in my personal opinion, as long as you're executing your bottom half, the working leg correctly, you will not feel it in your back. In fact, you'll feel more of a glute connection, a mind and muscle connection with the glute. Not to say that you can't when your body is a bit more upright, but if you let the TikTok girlies tell you, they will say, never have your top half in that L shape. And one thing too, to bring up our dear friend, Miss Julia Renee, she was the first coach that coached me that way. That's how she coached them. And I
Nice.
remember being like, oh, she's coaching them that way. I was always to not do it that
Get the
way. And
pin out and the paper.
literally, and the more I learned and the more I was like, no, she's right. So that's my controversial opinion. Let us know in the comments what how you guys execute glute med and glute max kickback. Are
Hot
you
take, hot
team
take.
L shape or are you team 45-degree angle?
I'm team, I think everybody's body feels it in a different way. In
Hmm.
certain positions, people can't feel it yet. Maybe their glutes aren't strong enough.
Yeah.
Maybe they just the way their body is set up. So I like to try to actually chat, especially if I'm in person. It's harder when you're digital, but I like to challenge them to ask the question like, where are you feeling it at this moment? Because sometimes people aren't feeling it in the spot that I think you feel it the best.
Hmm.
So I think it's not one size fits all, but I absolutely know the way that you're talking about is a surefire way to build some solid glutes. And but I also do the one where I'm standing up and I keep like that tight range of motion. It just depends.
On what's happening, right? What's your hot take?
Okay, so my hot take is, and I guess this is like my hot take for everyone. Stop confusing tools that are meant to optimize with things that get you results alone.
Elaborate.
So, in any health and fitness journey, I feel like there are tools. Right now, a super trendy tool is peptides.
Mm.
It's stuff that you have in your tool belt, right? So, like, or supplementation, certain things that allow you to optimize your results so that you're getting the best results possible. Some people are out here thinking that if you just use tools, you're gonna end up looking like the person that you're trying to look like or the body that you want, which you have to be doing the basics first. It's not
Yeah,
gonna like fast forward you to being this certain physique. It's just not.
yeah, I agree. I'm glad you brought that up. So I use a peptide called CJC, and if you guys don't know it,
That stuff's
it
amazing.
it's amazing. It's like muscle recovery, sleep, the whole shebang. But I remember when I was getting on it, my doctor, shout out Drip Spa. You can use my code ASHM if you want anything from them. They do ship. Um, she said CJC is not an end all be all. And like, how did she explain it? Peptides are for when you're checking off all your boxes on a regular basis and you need that extra 1%, 5% edge.
To
That's when you bring
optimize.
yes, optimize. That's when you bring a peptide in. It's not when like, you're hitting your workout sometimes, you're getting 6 hours of sleep most of the time, never eight. Like peptides are there when all your other boxes are checked and you want a little more. It makes me think of supplements, right? Because you don't need a supplement to see results, but they are there for when you're ready for that next level and you want a little more. Like you can get great results without creatine, but
Yeah.
you've been going to the gym for a very long time and you want a little more, zhuzh, maybe we add a little bit of creatine.
Yeah,
Kind of
a
like that.
100%. And I think people are out here thinking that if they pull from these different tools that aren't really the hard work, like the
Mhm.
brass tacks of it, they're going to end up being like in the same probably spiral they've been in of the case of like nothing works, I'm trying everything. So like ask your hot take is like don't get those confused with the hard results. You've got to put the work in and there's never going to be anything.
Peptides are all the rage right now.
They're so the rage, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, great for optimization, but that's what they're great for, optimization.
Hope you guys are listening. And we're not saying we're anti-peptides because we're not. We're just saying
No.
remember to check all your boxes before we include more stuff that you're gonna like use once and then not use again. If I had $1 for all the like dead protein jugs I've had over the course of 10 years, I'm the most consistent with my protein now, but back in the day when I was still trying to find that consistency, a lot of shit went to waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
there's no magic pill. Like, you got to
Yeah.
do the fucking work.
So true. So true. Ooh, I like this. Okay, hot takes. And if you guys have any hot takes, put them down in the comments. The
Yeah. And
wellness
if,
industry is popping off. Fitness, wellness, all of it. So,
mhm.
yeah, and I think this hot take segment fits really well with Fit Chicks Unfiltered.
I think so too. But that's going to segue us into what we're actually talking about, which we're also maybe going to do multiple episodes around this, but the Fit Chick Confessionals. It's time for
Mhm.
us to like peel back the layers because I think in the spirit of like sometimes when you do what we do, there's this feeling of like you have to come off as perfect. And we're just humans like everyone else that we coach. And
Yeah.
we don't have great weeks sometimes, and that's
Right.
okay. So
Right.
we're gonna confess some things.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, there is a lot of pressure for like people who choose to do online work to
Hmm.
display a certain lifestyle and aesthetic.
Hmm.
And I also think there's a lot of pressure for people who do fitness work to display a certain lifestyle and aesthetic.
Hmm.
And then like people who just are very front facing, right? Bodybuilders, people on reality TV, like YouTubers. There's just a lot of pressure to never have a bad day, to show up alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic, and to give everybody everything. And I also think there's something to be said too for the people who pop off online, right? And like to handle those people with stride. And I think it's important to remind you all that we are not perfect. Like I eat double cheeseburgers. Do I eat them often? No. But like, I'm not gonna like shame you. The last thing I ever want is my clients to feel like I'm going to shame them for anything that they've done or did. That is the opposite of what I'm trying to do. The very opposite. And I feel like sometimes people can subconsciously think that, especially when they enter into a coaching space, I'm going to disappoint my coach. My coach is going to be mad at me, when at the end of the day, I don't think it's that we are mad at you. It's that we want you to succeed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And we're also not perfect. We also have off days. We also get our periods. We also fight with our partners. Like we also do all of those things, you know?
100%. Yeah, there's no such thing as perfection, and we're all on our own journey working on it and trying to take a step in the right direction forward every day. And I think another pressure point is when you're a coach. I know me personally, I feel like if I go off the rails at all, or if I start failing and I articulate that, then that's going to be contagious for my clients. Well, if she's doing it, then I
Mm,
can fall off the rails, you know?
I
So,
would agree.
and I feel like I hold this responsibility of like, okay,
Yeah.
like, let's do this. You got this. I want to help change
Yeah.
your life. And,
Yeah.
so that kind of weighs heavy on me. But at the same time, like, I know when I've been the most in shape or even like the most successful in my off season versus my on season, like not every day is perfect. And I still got those results, you know? So like
Mhm.
it's okay to be human. You just have to
Mhm.
be disciplined and realize like when you're sabotaging, when you've taken too many steps backwards and you're just
Mhm.
creating reasons.
Mhm.
And that's hard. That's something you learn throughout
Mhm.
life.
Mhm. And I think there's something to be said too, because you mentioned something like we have this responsibility, and we do. We chose to live our lives in the public. There is definitely a responsibility. We chose to live our lives with people watching us. But at the same time, I don't know, it's so tough because then you have people like Clavicular. You know who Clavicular is?
Maybe
Let
would
us
I if I saw them?
let us know in the comments if you guys want us to do a deep dive on Clavicular. Somebody please say yes. Girl. So, okay, here's what I'm saying. We have people like Clavicular, right? He is a very well known 20 something in the wellness space. And we talk about this responsibility. Yeah, look him up. We're talking about this responsibility that we have. But then I look at people like Clavicular, who doesn't give a fuck about his responsibilities when it comes to how he influences young boys to beat their chins until they're chiseled. Like, what are you doing, Clavicular? He takes all these different drugs because it
I have
helps
no
him
idea who
stay
that is.
young. Dude, he is a problem, a menace to fucking society, and influencing these young boys to do these wild, wild things. The Gen Z boys would know who he is, and a lot of the Gen Z girls would. He's a very big name in the YouTube specific community. Do a deep dive when we get done recording. And if
Is
you
he
want
kind of
to,
like the girl that's like talks all the shame if you're not like super, super skinny?
oh, Olivia.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know if you want to talk about Liv. Holy cannoli, Batman. We should just do
F
an
you live.
episode. Oh my God, on problematic. We should do an episode on problematic influencers in the wellness space.
Yes.
Problematic
Okay.
influencers in the wellness space. And just do a fucking deep dive on them because guys, there's so many. And Liv is one of them. I don't care. One of my clients who loves this fucking woman's content is trying to tell me that a lot of it is rage bait to get people in the door. Like that's how she markets. She markets through rage bait to get people in. My issue is I don't care. Like that's
Yeah.
my issue. You shouldn't be telling people to eat a piece of broccoli and they're fat bitches and they're this is how they're gonna be skinny. Like I just feel like the whole skinny talk thing, guys, we are going left right now. I'm so
We are
sorry.
going left. We're
Um
going left, but it's so right.
dude, the whole skinny talk thing is bothering me. I something came upon my For You page on YouTube and it had nothing to do with Live, but it was just these girls talking about how to get skinny. And like the whole piece of content was just like tips on how to be skinny. And the word skinny is grinding my gears.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think too, another thing that's problematic about this is like if your mind is not right, nothing's going to stick, nothing's going to work. It's
Mm-mm.
only going to create problems in the long term. So like regardless if it's rage bait or not, she's setting her clients, if that's what she has, or I don't know like what her aim is to gain there, just a
Her aim is
following.
to get people into her membership. That's her aim. And her aim is
Okay.
to make money.
Well, it's setting those people up for failure with
Failure
whatever.
and crash dieting. We should do
Hmm.
another episode. Those of you
And
who are
self-loathing.
listening, you're getting a peek behind the veil. But we should do another episode about skinny talk and be like, is skinny back? That should be the title. And we should talk about this.
Let me write it
Is
down.
skinny back? Like, because is it back? I don't know what's happening. What happened to strong? We were strong for like 2 seconds before we went back to skinny. It lasted 2 seconds when it was like, yeah, let's be strong.
I
Now it's let's be skinny.
refuse to go back.
I refuse to. No, thank you.
Because
But
the ones who stay strong eventually, we know everything repeats itself with time. So
Mhm.
I mean, I'm
We'll be
just
out of
gonna be
this
that
skinny
grandma
phase.
that's still jacked. You know what I mean? And lasting a
Yeah,
long time because I have skeletal muscle and I'm feeling good, and everyone else is
exactly.
just gonna be like feeling like
Leopards,
poo. Yeah.
100%. But yeah, so going back, let's bring it back home. Going back to this idea of perfectionism, at
The
the end of the
display
day,
of perfectionism.
right. At the end of the day, I do feel like there is a responsibility that, people who live their life in the public have, especially when we have programs and courses and clients and all of these things. But at the same time as well, I love how you said too, Callie, you feel this responsibility with your clients because if they see you dicking around, they feel like they can dick around. I do agree with you that they do feel like they can dick around. I don't agree that they should feel like they can dick around. I
Right.
think sometimes our clients use us as excuses to dick around. And that is
Hmm.
what irritates me because you want to have this this transparency with your clients to allow them to know it's hard, right? Because one thing I love to tell my clients is like meet yourself where you're at, especially when you step into a coaching program, online or in person. There's a lot of information thrown at you at once. A lot of you who are just starting, this is going to be the first time you're tracking macros. You want to do it all perfectly. And the one thing I've seen, I'm sure you've seen this too, is when people start to fail because they do, because it's new, they track great for 3 days and then they're off day 4, 5, and 6, or they're in the gym 5 days a week for about a month and then they fall off. That's what happens and that's okay.
Hmm.
They start feeling bad about themselves. And so my goal as a coach is to always kind of remind people in the beginning, you're going to see these ebbs and flows and that's normal. Meet yourself where you're at and get back on the horse, you know? And I like to acknowledge that I've been in those spaces and sometimes I'm in those spaces and places, not really now because I have these massive goals. Like I don't have time to kind of dick off. But if I didn't have these massive goals, I might miss a workout here or there, you
Yeah.
know? Um,
Yeah. And I feel
but
like I
don't you work on an
single-handedly
excuse.
noticed when I was in a prep and how good like my clients do. Versus, I
Yeah.
mean, my clients are always doing great. This isn't like naysaying my
She's
clients,
not
they
trying to shade
crush
you
it.
guys.
They completely inspire me. Like in the times
Oh,
where
all the
I'm
time.
feeling
All the time.
not like I'm crushing it, I'm like, step it up.
All the time.
She got 10K steps by 5 a.m. Like, get it together, Callie.
Literally, literally.
Um,
So good.
but yeah, I've noticed that correlation to where I'm like, in this spot, I have to be a leader, and being a leader,
Yes.
it it puts that pressure on you.
It puts that pressure on you. Yeah. And leaders also are not perfect, as we have seen over and over again in our history. Give me one perfect leader, one leader of America, of the free world that has done this shit right.
Yeah.
You know?
Hmm.
So, with that being said, I think this is more of just a reminder a confession, a reminder that, the favorite people that you all watch and digest are not perfect, and we have things too, and we have bad days, and we spiral, and we crash out, and we eat fish fries, and we miss our workouts, and all of that stuff. But I also think, in the other vein, we are more consistent in this wellness game than the average person. And I think that's why people are inspired.
And I think we've managed to push through motivation to discipline, to where it's lifestyle, to
Exactly.
where it's routine, to where when
Right.
you go sometimes 80-20%, 80 to 20, that
Yeah.
balance,
Yeah.
it's not that big of a hit versus when we were getting started, it may be like that 80-20 balance, that 20% is just enough to be
Hmm.
like, well, all of a sudden every weekend you're doing the same thing that's not on plan, and that's a
Right.
problem.
Exactly. So true. So true. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess with that one, moral of the story in this confession is we are human. We don't get it right every time, but we're trying and we're showing up.
Exactly. I agree.
Okay, so next one, the plan not actually going to plan, which is kind of like a similar segue.
The plan not going to plan. Oh, I immediately think of when the scale says the opposite of what you think it's going to say.
Hmm.
Jump scare. You're like, wait a second. How did I
Yeah.
end up 5 pounds up? Or,
Yes.
I also think about, especially having a partner, you and I both have partners. Like maybe you have this plan to, like, for me, this may be different for you now that you have baby A's, but Saturdays are always a little rough. Like I always have this plan for Saturday, especially when I have a lift that falls on a Saturday. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to train my clients. I'm going to do my lift, but my partner is off on Saturdays.
Mm.
So who is calling my phone as soon as he wakes up at 10 a.m.? Like, what we doing today, boo? And I'm like, girl, I got my partner's a boy. I say girl figuratively. But I'm like, I have things planned that correlate to my goals. And then I feel bad because my partner's at home wanting to hang out with me. And so that is rough. And
He's
he,
off while you're still on.
yes, yes, I think that's a great example of the plan not going to plan,
I think
actually.
for me, another thing was postpartum. It was like a hard slap
Mm,
of reality of the plan not going to plan because
hmm
but prior to that, I had spent the past several years like being on a structured food plan, hitting all my stuff, like checklist girl, 110%, checking off the checks, like establishing I got this. Not only can I do, not the can I do this anymore, but like I'm doing this and I'm gonna do it, and building confidence through keeping those promises I was making to myself. To then postpartum, there was like that itch of like, I can't wait to get back. As soon as I'm cleared, I'm going to go ham. And I kind of did. But then I hit a stage of like, oh, this is okay. I maybe am not going to hit my steps this day. Or like, literally, I had 2 weeks where I only went to the gym like 3 times, which is unheard of for
hmm
me. And I just started thinking, like, I'm failing. Like, how am I feeling? Yes, I was
Mm,
still getting results, but I birthed the baby, so your weight's gonna go down. You know what I
right,
mean? So,
right, right.
but I still felt like, this is like a failure of some sort. Like,
Mm,
I couldn't compute it. But honestly, like in my last check-in with myself, I was like, I'm gonna take this as a win that the plan's not going to plan and I'm not crashing out as a
yeah,
person.
yeah.
Am I still getting my results? Yes. But am I hitting everything every single day? No.
Right.
So is that okay? Yeah. But I'm learning to not beat myself up like to a
Yeah.
pulp in my mind. So to me, that's good. So when I took those 2 weeks, when I came back, I was ready to come back.
hmm
I don't know. That was kind of
So,
a rant.
no, I loved it. I loved it. I think it's really relatable. So, like, what do you do in a situation like that? Do you adjust the plan? So, I have a client, maybe she's listening. She has two very young babies, and she just had one. Her youngest is around the same age as A's.
Mm.
And she's stay-at-home mom, husband works full time. She's at home a lot.
Mhm.
And she's doing really good, but she's definitely just still trying to figure it out. And, I can tell she's postpartum, but I can also tell she's still dealing with postpartum. And
Mm.
just this idea of just trying to figure out how to do the things and get
It's a
time,
lot.
it's a lot, it's a lot. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a lot. And I think that like, it's going to take a second. But the biggest thing for me was finding out when I needed to check myself and when my body was maybe asking for a break.
Yeah.
Because my biggest advice for postpartum is if she can continue to hit her steps and get enough protein and drink enough water, let the rest be additional wins. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because those steps are the most underrated thing
Aren't they?
postpartum. Underrated. I mean, just in
Yeah.
general for humans, but like
In general, yeah.
postpartum, it's the most underrated thing. And then protein, so she's not. For me, I lost my appetite like as soon as he left my body. Like
Yeah.
it was really hard for me to regenerate that, and
Hmm.
it's coming back slowly. But yeah, I realized like no matter what, hit my protein goal, like create those bare minimums. And then also the biggest thing is one of our other episodes that we just, I think, released yesterday was optimizing my schedule because it's so hard to balance all the things, feel like you're being a good mom, feel like you're being a good wife, feel like you're being a good like business owner or whatever it is that you're doing, getting the chores done in the house, like it becomes overwhelming and very easily you segment those things as different things, but really like you need the synchronicity of all of them together or else it falls
Hmm.
off, which
Hmm.
we have spoken about this for other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really taking a hard look and not being butthurt when you call yourself
Right.
out on not, you know, acing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And I think, friends, going back to this being like Fit Chick Confessionals, right? Like this idea when the plan doesn't go to plan. Most people that are in the wellness and fitness space, we tend to be a bit type A. I'll say it. We tend to be a little high strung. All right. We like to check off our boxes and we like to make sure that we got this done, we got that done, we have meal prep. And I was telling a new client this, when you have like a big goal, there's really no way around that. Like maybe if you've got like 5 pounds to lose, you can kind of dick around. But if you are trying to compete in a bodybuilding show, you have 20 pounds or more to go, you're trying to have a baby, whatever it is, you got to be a little high strung. I'm a firm believer, this should have been my hot take. I'm a firm believer that you have to be a little obsessed or a lot
Yes.
obsessed to get
Great
anywhere
hot take.
around this. Oh my God, that'll be my next one. We'll
You
riff
got to
on
be a
that.
little delulu and
A
lean
little
into it. The
bit.
fact that you're going to get it no matter
You got to
what.
be a little fucking crazy. You got to be, you have to. It just is what it is. And so when things don't go according to plan, that is a recipe for a fitness girl to crash the fuck out.
Yes, and
But
that was challenging for me
I was going to say,
postpartum.
Kelly, the tea that you just gave, I think was perfect. It's a win that we're navigating the fact that it's not going according to plan and we're not crashing out. That's good, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So it was weird to be like, I think it's a good thing I'm doing this, but I also hope I'm not creating excuses for
Yeah.
sometimes falling off. It's such a weird line,
Yeah, I know
but
what you mean.
it's like you gotta check yourself all the time. It's like beep, beep, beep,
Oh
beep,
my
beep,
God,
beep.
another hot take. I don't believe in cycle syncing. I was talking about that on my stories. Cycle syncing pisses me off. Uh,
Like if we were to hang around each other, our cycles would sync.
no, cycle syncing for your workouts. So, because
Oh,
what made
yeah.
me think of it, right? That part, you guys were not watching the visual. I need you guys to watch it and go back to Kelly's face because that's exactly how the fuck I feel. Literally, you saying that making up excuses because sometimes I do feel like it's an excuse. Like, okay, you have your period. It doesn't mean you have to just lay in bed. Like these women were out here doing God's work on their periods back in the day. Okay.
Yes,
We
just
can go to
bleeding
a
out.
gym, an air conditioned gym, and our matching set and do a couple of leg extensions.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
honestly,
fine.
like I'm here to support, but when I hear that, I'm like, okay, why don't maybe just go to the gym? It might make your cramps feel better.
Feel
It
better.
always makes mine
Yeah.
feel better.
Like me
And I mean,
too.
I get it if like there's some people whose flow is like so intense, there's
I
like no
get that
possible
too.
way. Give yourself the day, but don't take the whole freaking week off.
Yeah, or don't. One thing I used to be guilty of was being on my period and using that as an excuse to not only not go to the gym, but to also eat like shit.
Yeah.
I use that as an excuse to just fuck around for the next 3 days because
Yeah,
I had
become
my
unhinged.
period. Exactly.
I'm gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna be hungry as hell, and I'm
I'm
not
gonna
doing
order Ben
anything
and
I said I was gonna do.
Jerry's. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to move people around. I'm on my period.
No, I can't.
No.
I can't stand that. And I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I know everyone's not going to feel great. I'm once again not expecting perfection, but
No,
at the same time, like, we are women. We're strong as fuck. Like, come on.
we are. We bleed every month for decades,
Hmm.
which is insane when you think about it. And like you were saying, I totally get it if some people's flow is like super heavy and you need the day or anything like that. But I also like to remind my clients too, not every day is a day when you're chasing numbers at the gym.
Hmm.
Like sometimes the gym is
Go
just
do
going
light.
there. Exactly. Go light and just move your body a little bit. Even go off plan. If you have a heavy leg day, if it's like your hardest leg day of the week and it's day 2 of your period, maybe move it to an upper body day. Or maybe just go walk on the treadmill and sit in the sauna.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be, or just go
Small
outside and
wins.
get steps. That's
Another
it.
thing too that I've heard, like the whole cravings with periods, I'm like, well, a lot of time people in general are low on magnesium, but it's often a sign that we're craving magnesium around our period. So that's why
Absolutely.
instinctively we think about chocolate because chocolate has magnesium in it. So just favor
Mm.
dark chocolate or like I never know how to pronounce it, like cacao 70%,
Cacao. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to where I get that's not like sexy chocolate to where it tastes the
No, it's
best.
bitter as hell.
But like put
It's
some of that on
something.
your oats and you might find that like it fixes some of the craving.
I miss oats so much. It's been like 3 days. And I'm like
Oh,
having oat withdrawals.
dude, oats are the best.
They're so good. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we digress.
If
I'm
your
not gonna
gym
bring
girl
up
wasn't saying your
the
gym
drip.
girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're just over here drooling about fucking oats. But anyways. Mm.
Okay. Well, does that sum it up? Is there anything else maybe we want to talk
Yeah,
about?
like I mean, I feel good. The plan not going according to plan. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about that. I think there is something that can be said too, because I've gotten this question a lot, and so maybe somebody listening can get some tea here. I think about being at the gym and like, let's use a leg extension, for example. You've been doing 80 pounds in the leg extension for weeks now. You go to the gym and you can't lift past 60. What the hell's going on? Um, right? You know where I'm going with that, how like your
Hmm.
strength can fluctuate, being on your cycle can fluctuate, being at a new
Yeah.
gym can fluctuate, and you often internalize it and think that there's something wrong with you. I immediately think of the lying leg press. Sometimes in the lying leg press, I can do 3 plates on each side. Sometimes I can do four. Every now and then I can do five. Most of the time, though, it's like three and a quarter.
Yeah.
And you just have to realize at first when that started happening, I'm like, why is like I was able to do four on each side before and I can barely get three up. What's going on? Your strength fluctuates, babe. A
Yeah.
lot, like how
Sometimes
much
it
you
just
sleep.
fluctuates,
Yeah.
and that's totally okay. But the cool thing is that you did 5 plates at one point.
Yeah.
And it was also cool is that like you're still doing 3 plates. Most people don't do that at all,
That's
you
true.
know?
Kelly's like, you're
So
fucking She-Hulk, bitch. Shut up. No, no, I can see your face
I
right
think, but that's the thing is sometimes it's like our perspective gets so warped. And I
Yeah.
reminded a client of this the other day was like, you know, 5 years ago, you would have killed to be this person.
Mm.
You would have killed to be this person. So, like, sit in that for a second. You are
Yeah.
her. Like,
Yeah.
be proud.
Yeah.
You don't
Mm.
always have to beat the version of you from like the last lift.
Right. That's exactly what I was getting at. You don't always have to beat the version of you from the last lift.
And I agree it's you versus you, but it's
Hmm.
not like, the ultimate duel.
Sometimes you versus you is just getting into the fucking door. Let's be so for real. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you versus you is just getting to your 10K steps
Sometimes
that
like
day.
zoom the fuck out. You versus you
Yeah.
is what was I like last year? What was I like 5 years ago? What was I like
Yeah.
10 years ago? How am I today? What am I doing to be 5 years from now? Like, and when
Hmm.
you do that, you realize like, oh, I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought.
Hmm. Hmm. It's so true.
Well,
So I'm going back and forth.
I love you,
I
Ashley.
am. I am. I think so okay guys, so what is happening right now? We have another one. We're trying to decide if we want to go there or not. I think what is happening is I think I want to save that one for like a full episode. I'll give you guys a hint. I think the full episode should be body dysmorphia.
Mhm.
I think that should be the episode, just us riffing on body dysmorphia, where we've had it, when we've had it, how we've seen it in our clients and what it looks like. I
Yeah.
think that is where that third piece should come in. What do
Yeah.
you think?
I like that. No, I like that. Yeah, the
I
ability to
think that's
take a
worth a full
compliment.
episode.
I love that. I think that'll be good. But for now,
I think
these
so
are our
too.
confessions. So we will have more confessions in the words of Usher.
Oh my God, Usher, that
That
album
should
was,
be our intro to the confessionals.
that should be, oh my God, that's so good. Will we get copyrighted? Probably.
Usher,
Oh,
don't do that to us. We're
don't
just
do that to us.
supporting.
I know. That's actually really good though. Yeah. So I do like the idea of bringing these episodes like around every now and then, like when we're feeling like we need to confess some ish.
Yeah.
You know, I feel
We
like
just
that's
need to
going to be
check in and
good.
confess.
For real. Like, I mean, we both have such big things happening in our lives. Have you made any segue on deciding when you're going to compete or anything like that?
Yeah, so I have set a soft date, which is for not like a competition, but it's like I'm going to summer shredding in September for some clients that are competing, and I just want to look good. So I'm like, okay, that's my show day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's like my soft show stage day that's not really a stage day at all, just so I
I
can
see
like
what you
mental
mean.
ninja myself. And then after that I'm thinking like beginning of next year.
Okay. Like the beginning of the bodybuilding year or like January? Because, you know, the bodybuilding season starts in like March-ish.
No, the bodybuilding season.
The bodybuilding season. Okay.
Yeah,
So that
so
would put your prep right after like Christmas, somewhere around there.
yeah, and right now I'm 9 pounds away from my pre-baby weight, so where I was at the height of my
Wicked.
bulk. So I'm excited for that, but until I hit that, then I'm gonna be like, okay, do what I'm doing right now, everything we just talked about, and then we'll hit go.
This is good. I'm asking because I want to prep with you. So I'm like, when is Kelly
Yes.
going to be ready? So that I can be ready. Like I want a prep buddy. I don't want to do it by myself.
We
Obviously,
have to do it together.
yeah, we have to do it together. We have to.
It only makes
So
sense.
it does. Do you know like what shows you're looking at? Or if you don't want to say, you don't have to.
I don't know yet, but I would like to try to do obviously pro qualifying shows and then with the goal of trying to go pro by the end of the year. So we'll
Ideally,
see.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
But also, I'm not trying to become infatuated with being pro either,
Hmm.
because why I do this and the reason I do health and fitness is for reasons that aren't like becoming pro.
Right.
It's
Right.
about feeling my best, not taking movement for granted, and like just appreciating my body and the ability to move. And I don't want that to get lost in chasing
A pro
a
card.
card.
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It feels good. It's exciting. But I feel like
Well,
that's gonna end it for us, huh?
yeah, I think that wraps it up. And
Yeah.
if you guys like have any questions, things you want us to talk about, confessions yourself, like we are here. We're not judging. Let us know. We're only welcoming imperfection because it's all
Exactly.
right. Beauty is created in the mess sometimes.
Most of the
But
time.
yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you don't already, and don't
Thank
forget to hit the little alert button
you.
on Spotify if you watch on Spotify. But
Hmm.
I guess we will see you next time.
Yes, we will. Bye bye.
Bye.